Hello and welcome to my channel. Update, but this time on my writing out the whole Bible plan. For those of you that came in Genesis, you will know that I have the small booklet, colour pens, and in the small booklet I write down, it was a case of how I was going to do the project, what I needed, what supplies I needed, and then I have a section on my progress. So every day when I do however many pages, I write it down. And that's how that one goes. You get to the end of Genesis, and now the end of Exodus. So I'll show you some statistics as we go through the books. The Bible I'm using, in case you've not seen the first one, is this one. Yeah. It's a 2-column, pretty large print to help me out. I still did all my tabs on different books. And as I'm going through, yes, I've dressed it up as I would. And as I'm going through, I've been highlighting what I've done. So I'm not taking notes in this at all. I'm just using this as my guide to copy out of. And it's an NIV, New International Version. Larger print, does say that on the front. Good Bible, and that's the one I'm working with. Now, because I did Genesis, which is, let's find you the right book, Genesis, completed, 50 chapters. This one, I put some statistics in the back. I'd started this on the 17th of the 12th, 20, and finished it on the 10th of the 7th, 21. It took 7 months to write out the book of Genesis. It was 50 chapters, and it was 68,267 words. So I've done that one. Now the update is the fact that today I finished Genesis. Same again, it still had its inside pages, and it still started off the same with the writing and the ink pattern. Now the writing is done with these coloured pens, and each chapter I'll go and pick a different colour, and away I go. If I'm highlighting in the Bible to say which ones I've done, it's the Studio Series Bible highlighter. If I'm doing my patterns, the black patterns, it's a Pentel Finito. So that's the tools. Now Exodus again went exactly the same. When we got to a new chapter, I changed colour of my pens. There you go, one colour, next colour. And I've got my little patterns in there. And actually, Exodus is 40 chapters, where Exodus was 50. So it was a bit shorter. But I'm not in any hurry. I am allowing myself 7 years to do this. I can't see me doing it any quicker. Anyway, statistics, it's not easily said. I started this one on the 11th of the 7th, 21. And I finished it today on the 25th of the 10th, 21. So it took 3 and a bit months to write out Exodus. Considerably shorter than it did Genesis. I'm obviously getting into a bit more of the swing of it now. Okay, there's 10 chapters less, but that's months different, isn't it? The other one took, 7 months? This one's taken 3. So you wouldn't allow a chapter, 10 chapters to be that much longer. Anyway, this one, 40 chapters and 32,692 words. No, I've not counted them all. I've got got these. They're on the net. They're a print off. And it gives you all the facts on there. So I've just copied that over into my own bit. There is room in this one to keep going. So now I'm at a quandary. Would I get Leviticus in this, which is 27? Let me just check that for you. I've got how long they are, each of them, somewhere. Here we go. So Leviticus is 27 chapters. Would I get 27 chapters in the remainder of this book? I suppose I could go forward and count 27 chapters and then see how thick that is. That's probably the only one we have to do it, isn't it? But anyway, I fancied a change. I thought, okay, that's Genesis and Exodus done from the Old Testament. I fancied lightening myself up a bit. So this time, I'm going for Matthew. I'm going to start in the New Testament. Because that would have been a new book anyway, because it's the New Testament. So I would have definitely started a new book. I've still kept my place in the Bible, which is on, obviously, Leviticus, because that's the next one to do. But now what I've done is put a place marker in Matthew, because I'm starting Matthew. This is a bit different, this one. 2 bits of card and a picture of me and Dad. Long time ago. 1975, yes. And he looked so smart. And I thought, oh, I want that one. That is going to be, you see, I use this as a marker. But when you're writing, you're reading, and then you're writing it down, you can get a bit lost on, I don't want to mix things up. So I use these to just come down my lines so I don't get too lost. Now you were saying, or somebody had said, what happens if I do get lost? Well, sad to say, let's have a look. This comes into play. If it's only a word or some letters in a word, or say I completely spell a word wrong, my Tipex comes into play. I have so far, because I've been quite slow, only had to take out one page of the book, because I'd completely come in at somehow at the wrong paragraph, and it just, I couldn't Tipex that much, so I did have to take it out. But thankfully, it's only been the one. So anyway, we're going for Matthew. I've gone yellow this time. And yes, I've dressed it. Ready to go. And I've gone with my bears, because I like my bears. I've got them. This says, keep moving forward, which I intend on doing. One of my bits of scripture and art. Yeah. Do for others what you would like them to do for you. Matthew 7:12. Just a piece of art on that one. Because I think if I'd have done bears all the way through on that, it should have been too beary. Anyway, we've got the bears on the next main page. And then it starts literally just with Matthew and the first lines. I have done some of the patterns in there, just as I say, odd bits. I only do just a small bit, just to break the pages up. So anywhere on the page, just to break them up. So Matthew is the next challenge. How many chapters does Matthew have? Unfortunately, I need to look it up. There's 28. So I should be doing Matthew at the 28. I might get Mark in there, because that's 28 and 16. And if I got Genesis in one, which was 50, you work it out. I'll try not to. I'm still using, actually, my same piece of paper that I put in between the sheets. As I turn them over, I don't want the ink going anywhere. So I always put that in between the sheets. As I've written one, I date the bottom of the page and slip that in. It's like a bit of blotting paper, if you like. So there you are. I am now about to start Matthew. I'm all ready. I still have loads of these, clearly because I bought enough, hopefully, to get right through the project. I've not changed pens yet. I still have another 2 packs of these. But I've not had to change them. None of them's run out, so that's good. I have more black finito ones because I like those anyway. I like to draw with those. And I have plenty of colours of these Studio highlighters. Tipp-Ex, plenty in there. That'll see me through. So there's where we are. I'm starting again a new book today. Just started it today. Things I'll notice. So what did I notice? In Exodus, the repetitiveness. It's obviously that you're getting to write this down, and it is a discipline, if you like, to sit and write it all out. And you think of the old scholars that sat day in, day out writing all day. I can't do all day. The most I've done, I think, was about 7 A4 pages. The back doesn't like that. The wrist doesn't like it. The thumb didn't like it. But anyway, I did it. But each day is different. I never know how the body's going to react to what I'm doing. And then the eyes go a bit blurry and you think, oh, I've obviously done too much now, so time to stop. But do follow. Do keep an eye out. Do give me a thumbs up. We like thumbs up. And do subscribe and you'll see where I am with this challenge, this mammoth challenge. And I'd like to know how you're doing. How's your challenge going? I bet you're further on than I am. But it's not a race. It's about absorbing. And all this time, in this particular Bible, I'm absorbing this Bible. So there you go. So I'm waffling on now, so I will leave you in peace. I shall say, stay safe, take care. Watch for the next one. Bye-bye for now.